that? Wow. I don't know what that is at the bottom of my screen. Wow. Wow. So I just wanted to go live to talk about food and supplements, but somehow I pressed something and there's something weird at the bottom of my screen. I don't know. I'm not tech savvy. I'm the absolute fucking worst. How do I even like see if people are... Oh my God, I'm so bad. I'm trying to do a live, but I don't know if it's working. I used to be able to see people like, you know, come on or something. I don't know how to do that. Anyway. I was just going live to talk about some of my favorite foods and supplements as I'm sitting here digging into my protein shake. So I love to make protein shakes with this little cool container that my friend got me. And I use a protein powder with this. This is my favorite coconut milk because, and it's called a Roy D, because it's very creamy and it's not weird in a can. Like some of them in a can, you have to like dig out the fat, like the coconut chunks, and then there's the juice. I like this because it's all blended. Usually, sometimes if the heat gets to it, or if it's too, it has been cold, hot, and then it'll get like chunky and weird, I'll just throw them out. I don't like them like that. But this should be nice and creamy. This Thailand made brand of coconut milk. It's full fat coconut milk. But don't let that freak you out. I need readers. There's 17 grams of fat in a serving. Serving is a half a cup. It's a lot of fat, right? But don't worry, it won't make you fat. This kind of fat don't make you fat, right? So this is a good one to have. I do this and the bottom of the cup probably up to like there. And then I put some water there, and then I do my protein powder. I mix it all up with a latte maker stirrer, one of those automatic coffee stirrer things. And I feel like that boosts it up really well. It makes it frothy. Then I put it in the freezer. And so then you leave it in the freezer for as long as you want, and you can end up with like an ice cream consistency where, you know, you have to kind of chew it. Or if you leave it in there for just a little bit, it'll turn to a mousse. But I like ice cream treats, so I do it like that. Only way it'll get like that with a nice consistency is if you have the right amount of coconut milk versus water. I have to have these two. Coconut milk, water, protein powder. Mix it up, put it in the freezer for an hour or two. And that's what I do. So that's a really good treat. If you, whatever flavor you like, you know, you put it in there, and then this is actually chocolate mixed with frosted carrot cake. So I have a sweet tooth, and this is my way to curb that. There's no sugar. There's nothing bad in here at all. It's just fat and protein. No carbs, maybe one or two. That's really it. So the protein powder that I use to go with all that is True Nutrition. Now, wasn't my first pick, but Amy Myers had a protein powder that I liked, hydrolyzed beef. But she discontinued that and then made collagen product, which is fine. I do also do collagen, but it's just not a complete protein. So for me, in muscle building, collagen isn't going to be my go-to protein shake to have, as I would be replacing a piece of meat, if that makes sense. So I do like True Nutrition. They're pretty good. Now, they have a bunch of different kinds, pea, whey, all that. I do grass-fed beef protein isolate. You can do hydrolyzed protein. You can do protein isolate. So I do a combo of the two. This is $18 for this. That's pretty cheap. and you can get any flavor you want. This happens to be salted caramel, and I get the ones that say true flavor on there because the ones that don't say true flavor have sucralose, and I'd rather not put sucralose in my system, in my gut, right? So I use this. And then the other protein powder I use, which is like $70 a jar, is grass-fed beef protein from Designs for Sport, which is also the company Designs for Health, okay? And this is bone broth protein called Hydro Beef. It's still a hydrolyzed, it's still beef-based protein. Doesn't have many ingredients in there, but except some stevia and some tapioca and triglycerides and, whatever. That's it. Very limited, short list of ingredients of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, right? Not a whole list when you go to these companies and you buy some protein off the shelf and there's a fucking list of shit a mile long. Negative. Especially if it has sucralose to tear up your gut. There's no point in that. If it has a bunch of other fillers, that's not good. It's not healthy. Yeah, it's going to give you 30 grams of protein. But what else is it going to do to your body? So I'm about putting good things in your body while building muscle and while taking and enhancing your mitochondria and DNA and, your macros and your micros and all that stuff. So this is chocolate. There's vanilla as well. This is vanilla. There's chocolate as well, but I'll do these two mixed together and make me a nice 40 or so grams of protein with a dash of a little bit of coconut milk and a little bit of water. This I eat 3 times a day, 3 different bouts of protein into my mouth like this because I'm getting 90 grams of protein right off the bat. I weigh 138 some pounds, give or take on the day. I need about 100 to 110, maybe 100 grams of protein. I don't believe that you need to have 138 grams of protein because you weigh 138 pounds. I do not agree with that. Some of my favorite people do, but I don't. I think this is plenty to build muscle, to stay healthy. So this is my little concoction of protein stuff. Now, I do collagen because collagen does what? Oh, it's not good just for your skin and your elasticity and all that. No. Collagen provides glycine, and glycine is necessary for your mitochondria and your cellular health. You need glycine. So grass-fed gelatin is an ingredient that I like to use when making things. So I make little gummies, little apple cider vinegar gummies, little gummy bears. I should get them out of the fridge and show you. I've taken pictures of them before. So this provides 11 grams of protein when you have a tablespoon, and I put 4 tablespoons in a big batch of gummies, and this is going to provide for me glycine. So I might have some gummies with just this in it, and some wild blueberry and some honey, and I eat 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 of them per day because it's going to give me glycine. You can also supplement with glycine, or you can have other products that have glycine in it. There's Amy Myers does have a collagen protein, and I do eat that at night on an empty stomach by itself. I also take acetyl L-carnitine for energy and at the cellular level to boost me in general, but also it does help with workouts with the glycine on an empty stomach. So I really like Great Lakes because they're a good quality gelatin. You can put this in with anything. You want to make protein cookies, stick it in. You want to make gummies, put it in. You want to put it in your coffee, put it in. It's not that bad. Doesn't taste like anything. Another one of my favorites is Megaspore Biotic. This is going to keep your colon healthy, your large intestine. It's going to put the proper bacteria in there that actually gets down in there and not one that's killed all the way down on its little travels to your colon. This will stay. Megaspore Biotic by Microbiome Labs is my favorite. A bunch of other people make these types of ingredients in here. Bacillus of multiple different kinds. Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus coagulans. And it has like numbers after it. Very important that you get a high quality, good company. You don't want to just throw any old bacteria that some fucking person made in some fucking lab with cheap way. So spend the money and get the Megaspore Biotic from Microbiome Labs. It's the best. They also make a product that is very, very, very important. You see all these Armra colostrum ads, Facebook ad, Instagram, Armra, colostrum, make your hair and nails grow, gut health, you're gonna feel so much better, have energy. That's cool, but it's still colostrum from a cow that could have repercussions for people that are sensitive to dairy, right? They're going to have repercussions that are make you sensitive to dairy. It's going to happen. So when I took Armra colostrum, what do you think happened to me? I had greasy shit and then shit my pants. You know what I mean? I was like, well, this isn't fucking great. I don't eat dairy. So why am I doing this? You know, but I really wanted the immunoglobins from the colostrum because I wasn't breastfed. How many of you have not been breastfed? How many of you came out as a C-section? If that's the case, you didn't get the proper gut flora in your mouth from your mother's vagina and placenta and popping out the hole there, going down the canal. And you also didn't get it from her tit, right? The stuff that comes out right when you're born, the clear stuff. And then also the milk. So if you haven't gotten that, you didn't get immune system function properly, as well as gut flora. You're missing those things from the moment you take your first fucking breath. How about that? You're already behind the 8 ball, which was my reality. My mom did not breastfeed me. And, well, no, I wasn't a C-section, so I didn't get that. But she did not breastfeed me, so I ended up with fucked up colon from the get-go. All my whole digestion flora was messed up. So, Mega Mucosa is a non-dairy immunoglobulin that you can take to provide your immune system with what it would be needing if you had been breastfed. And it also gives you the same effects as colostrum, only a little bit better because it doesn't cause you digestive problems. And for y'all vegans out there, this is probably a little step up, but it's still bovine, okay? Still bovine. This has immunoglobulin G, M, A, and bovine serum albumin. And this is really, really important. These are all the things that you would need to get that immune system boosted up and also to help with the gut. This also has some other ingredients that I love to really calm the intestinal lining and the digestive tract. And that's L-proline, L-serine, L-theanine, and L-cysteine. They're really, really good products. You can do some research behind Mega Mucosa. It's the bomb. Anyway, another go-to of mine is basic Celtic salt. Celtic salt to keep your blood pressure in check. You know, have a little thing of Celtic salt, drink some water. You see it all over TikTok. All you gotta do is type in Barbara O'Neill and some Celtic salt, and you find it all over the fucking internet now. So, you know, Celtic salt will help you keep your blood pressure good, keep your lymphatic system going. It also provides you with minerals. There is a ton of minerals inside Celtic salt. However, if you're lacking minerals, you will need a trace mineral complex in order to boost that up for a while. And then you can probably maintain with something like this. So you put a little granule on your tongue, have some water, eat your shit later, right? Sometimes I put this on my food, though. Why not? You know, it's not going to give you high blood pressure. That's a myth. It's a myth. It's along with the cholesterol myth. You know what the cholesterol myth is, right? Cholesterol gives you heart attacks. Bullshit. The higher cholesterol, the healthier you are. Not the higher, but if you have high cholesterol and you've been healing from something, it's a good sign. But hey, you know, don't quote me on that. I'll get kicked off of Facebook and all that for going against, like, you know, medical standards or whatever. Last product I wanted to show you today is B Mine. Oh no, sorry. Last products is some Bs, right? Everybody talks about B vitamins. B vitamins is a huge controversial issue, and I think it is so important that you're properly educated surrounding B vitamins. What do you think, Hooch? Yeah, I think so too. So B vitamins come in different forms, some of them, okay? So this is B minus from Seeking Health. Why does it say minus? It doesn't have B12 and it doesn't have folate. Why? Does anyone know? Because B12 and folate are methylators, and sometimes people can be sensitive and have different methylation needs. So these are for people that, you know, want to have the basic Bs without having to navigate through the doses and the levels of methylated vitamins. However, I need to say that there is niacin in here, okay? Niacin is B3, but niacin comes in the form of niacin and niacinamide. And then there's also a couple other broke down versions of that as well. Thank you for the balloons. Niacin will make you flush. It increases the blood to the capillaries. So have you ever gotten itchy when you take vitamin B? You almost must be allergic to it, or felt like a histamine response, or felt keyed up or weird and felt like you were having a panic attack. Potentially niacin can do that to you. What do you think's in C4 and all those fucking fancy ass workout drinks? Niacin, right? Is it necessary to have niacin? No, it isn't. You can have niacinamide, it's another form of B3, and get the same effect. No problem. Niacin comes in lower doses. There's 50 milligrams in here, and it bothers me. Like if I don't have enough food that day, or my body just might be in a state where it doesn't like it, and I can feel it. My ears get blood red, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel that great. And anybody that has a sensitivity or a histamine problem do not really want to take niacin. Stay under 50 milligrams of niacin, or not at all. I take this because it's really shitty that the niacin's in there and I can't get all these B's together in one spot without having either niacin or having 12 or having folate. So I just now made my own B supplement on Vitamin Lab. And so they're going to send it to me because I believe that I have a better product than anyone else. And one day I'm just going to put it into a supplement shop and patent it, and it's going to be great. But B- is something you can do. If you're not sensitive to niacin, this is basic and simple. All the B vitamins except for 12 and folate. So I highly recommend adding in the 12 and folate separately and in low doses, especially if you know you have the MTHFR types of genetic mutations, or if you just are sensitive and you don't know that. My guess is you could potentially have that. So I take this for the regular Bs, thiamine, niacin, B6, biotin, pantothenic acid. However, these two are my fucking favorite. This is B12 by Vimergy. It has two types of the B12 in here, which are both more of a absorbable form, right? You see the little B12 and it starts with a C. If you go to your doctor, they're going to give you a pill and it starts with a C, cyanocobalamin, and it doesn't absorb all the way into your system. So half of the pill that you're taking is fucking coming out and you're shit, and it's not doing anything. Okay? So, B12, not in the form of cyanocobalamin. These two, oh man, I should have got my readers before I did this live video. Methylcobalamin and adenosine, I can't say it. Adenosine, I can't say it. But these two are more bioavailable, and I like Vimergy because it has both. And you can do drops. Start out with 1 drop a day, then 2 drops a day, and then 3 drops a day, until you either get a frontal headache or you get keyed up. Too much. Come back down. Okay? Folate. Folate is also very important. You get it in your vegetables. I don't eat tons of vegetables. And I have MTHFR C677, which automatically plummets my folate and my energy levels if I do not supplement with folate or don't have enough in my diet. I can't eat enough folate in my diet because I don't like that many green vegetables, and they don't sit right in my colon. Vegetables have a little toxin that they give off, every single one of them, to try to kill you because you're killing it and you're ripping it out of the ground and you're breaking it up. It's like, oh, well, here's a poison because you're trying to kill me. Don't eat me. You ever seen that movie, The Happening, where the plants come and kill us all? I mean, so even if you pick a plant, you don't kill that natural protection that it has. If you kill an animal, can't bite you, can't scratch you, can't kick you. The argument that people come up with is that the way the meat is treated and this, and this. Correct. That's why you order your meat grass-fed and organic from particular companies like White Oak Pastures, Rastelli's, and North Star Bison. Ding, 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 ding. Animal didn't die in a heinous, awful way, so it doesn't have a lot of hormones going through it. It's not fed antibiotics or any bullshit, and it's treated well, and you are getting 100% lean meat with the best amino acid profile out there for the human body. You are a Homo sapien, and you need meat for that amino acid profile. Oh, I know vegans are going to yell at me, but if you are a vegan, you can still get that. You can still get that without eating meat, and I'm going to show you, so don't click off on me yet. One second. Perfect Amino, okay? This is the perfect solution for a vegan. You may not want to eat meat, and that's cool, but you got to replace those amino acids that meat will give you. And Perfect Amino is the perfect company to do that. I love this company. Okay, so yeah, they have a blend in here. Non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, paleo and keto friendly. So y'all be okay. L-leucine, L-violene, L-isoleucine, lysine, HCl, phenylalanine, threonine, methionine, and tryptophan. So you don't get methionine and tryptophan much from plants. I don't care how much pea protein you eat. I don't care how much rice protein you eat. It's not going to add up. I don't care if hemp seed is a complete protein. It's not. Spirulina is not either. Sorry to disappoint you. But you can do all that still to get your protein in. Add this for your cells. Your cells will thank you and me. All right. Anyway, back to the folate. This folate is low dose folate, so it's 78 micrograms per drop. Most of the B complexes out there have 400 to 600 to 800 micrograms of folate in it in a dose. Taking all of that at once is not like eating it, right? We're supposed to get our vitamins and nutrients from food. So if you take that in the morning, you're getting a big jacked up fucking dose of B. It's not healthy to do that. You have to spread it through the day. So it's okay to take these all at once. Got your vitamins in, and not even every day, like 3 to 4 days a week. You don't need it that much. B12, same thing, probably 4 days a week, sometimes 5. People, if they're like low on B and they've had it tested, you got to jack yourself up on it. That's fine. But watch, taking it all at once. Spread it through the day. Spread it through the day. This one is so great. It's made by Holistic Health. I'm obsessed with it because it has other little things in here. Not only does it have a wonderful form of folate, quadrafolic acid, methylfolate, 5-methyl, blah, 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 big long word. That's what you're looking for to be in there. It also has a little bit of fun things in there too. It has L-carnosine, some glutathione, some rosemary. Oh, I just love this little drop product. So basically it's just a dropper. You get it out. Boom. 78 micrograms of folate. So you would take like one drop at breakfast, one at lunch, one at snack, one at dinner, and then you have your dose of what would be in a B complex, but you have it properly through the day. So if you've been sensitive to bees, or you've had an allergic reaction, or you've been made you feel sick, there are all the reasons why that I just mentioned here today. And here are some of the products and the way that I eat. I eat protein and fat. I do have sweet potato. I do have cassava. I do have nice little vegetable medleys that I make of, parsnip and celery and kale and dandelion green and, some other things like arugula. But I only eat a half a serving of that a day. I don't eat a lot. So I do supplement with methylfolate. B12, I usually don't have to, and iron not at all because of products that I do eat. If you have low iron, please get spleen, desiccated spleen. I know it sucks if you're a vegan, but if you're low iron chronically and you're a vegan, that is why. If you're low B12 chronically and you're a vegan, that is why. And you need liver or spleen. And if you don't want to do that, just get freeze dried, if you don't want to consume the organs. But if you don't have a problem with it and your genetics are great and you always seem to have high levels of 12 and that, great, more power to you. But if you're suffering, make the sacrifice. Anyhow, can you hit on which vitamins require another for our body to absorb? It's really about the form that they're in as opposed to the pairing. You don't want to take your magnesium next to your other minerals. Like you can, but I like to take magnesium away from calcium, CalMag, there's supplements that have CalMag and like D3 and different things like that included. I like to just take them at different times. You could take your D3, which I don't recommend to take D3 all the time. I recommend sun exposure or UV exposure. to build up that D3, because D3 is a steroid. So that's a whole nother subject. K2 should always be taken with your D3 if you're going to take it. But you say you take that in the morning, and then like a few hours later you take your magnesium. A few hours later you take your Bs. A few hours later you take your calcium and your phosphorus and your molybdenum and your iodine and your trace minerals. You know. So, and that's another thing. I do take a trace mineral supplement, but I happen to be high on copper and selenium right now. I mean, if you have a thyroid problem, usually selenium is low, and that's a problem. But mine was a little higher because I didn't have enough folate to get the copper and the selenium out. Plus, I was taking a high dose mineral supplement, which I didn't need. We do need copper, but we don't need a lot of copper. And if you're on the birth control pill, your copper is going to be higher than your zinc automatically. So that's a big, huge red flag. And most women are on the pill. And so if you're on the pill, you need to be upping your zinc and making sure that you eat a lower copper diet. Pro tip. That's a fucking pro tip. Anyway, for a living, I do this. If you need me, I'm here. I am an LPC. I do regular therapy, but I also do nutrition coaching. And I have been doing it for a little while now. I went and got me an extra certification so that I could do it. I am thinking of opening a place locally in our tri-state area so that you could come in and try these things. I'm thinking of, putting together some recipes and some ideas with food. But, I've had more and more people ask me for help in this area. I've had them want to come to me for these types of things. So if you do, I do offer it. Right now, I'm keeping it the same price as I would a counseling session with me, private, off of insurance, which is $94 a session for an hour. I'm not that expensive. People are charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars for this shit. I give you free info when I can. TikTok is a big one. I use it very frequently, so hit me up on my TikTok. And I haven't really done much with YouTube lately, but I thought I would go live here and then just save it and hopefully maybe upload it to YouTube. It'll be too long for TikTok, but yeah, I just wanted to be able to help people out for free. And, this is why I'm healthy. This is why I feel good. This is why my cells love me. This is why I'm ripped and cut, because I fucking don't work out that much, maybe 3 days a week. So, but anyway, I just hope that you really enjoyed the info and the products and all of the good fun stuff, because I just felt compelled to share them with you. And if you have any questions, let me know, because all of these things are really what saved me and brought me back to a really good place of health. And I gave you a lot of root causes and a lot of reasons through this. So I'm going to put the replay up there, and I hope that you could benefit from it. And cheers. I'm going to go have my protein shake.